Did you get the room already? Yeah, you did. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm in.
And
I
just
don't think
yeah,
I
just
think I
check
need to
those
change anything.
settings. I think they're probably close.
Yeah, let me look. I think just the green and fairway firm, and then the wind is breezy.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oops. Oh fuck.
And then I don't know what the pins are.
I think they're Sunday. I can double check though. It's in the pins on the other channel. Okay. So. Queen cup pins. Week 2, 6 Mile blue tees Sunday pin. So blue tees Sunday pin. Course elevation. I think stimp was 11. Firm fairways, firm greens, and then wind is breezy.
Yep.
All right, ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, so like I've been going for this one, but I don't think I'm going to today. I just want to see what it looks like if you just hit it 200.
Yeah, I've been some decent shots. I've tried going for it with the scramble and then last night. And
The
both
only
times I
concern
ended
I
up
have about
that
going for
bunker.
it, yeah, the only concerns I have about going for it is you get those awkward like 30 yarders, and you can short side yourself pretty bad. So I think
Yeah,
if
with
you
the
play it
pin
to the
being
left, yeah, if you
yeah,
play
the
to the
pin
left,
is also like in the front of the green. So if you end up in those bunkers, it's a hard shot. You
yeah.
kind of short side yourself.
Oh, that's a good start.
That's a good ball.
Yeah, right. You're in the freaking. I'll get over it. Okay, that's
You're,
okay.
yeah, you're fine there. 250. I'm just gonna go 3-wood, but just be far enough left of the.
Yeah, I was trying to hit it more lower and like right at that big tree, and I just fluffed one. Yeah, that should be perfect. That's a pretty healthy 3-wood. 160 ball speed with a 3-wood.
Yeah, it's crazy too. My driver sometimes will only be like 162. It's like, why can't I hit my driver more than that?
No, we got to resync. Can you see me?
Oh, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
resync you.
you're good to go. I'm not.
It's always weird. It's off the first.
It's only ever on the first. This is
Yeah.
that awkward thing we were just talking about. So this was obviously a questionable choice. I'll try not to do a Brett and dump it in the bunker short.
You do that too often. That should be good. Good ball.
You're gonna roll back a bit. I noticed some of these greens have a little bit of backstop to them.
Yeah, I think too. I mean, you can't put too much pressure on yourself by getting yourself in the right position on the greens, but
It's just a matter of like, is the miss long or short, right? Because if you have a nice
Mhm.
big backstop, then you can just play the number, right? That's a pretty simple chip. That's probably the place to go. Is just pin high left.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that seems
Obviously, I gotta get a little closer than that,
maybe
but
not a driver, but yeah, like a 3-wood or a 5-wood or something. 28 minus 5. Pretty breaky greens too. I was surprised. 28 minus 5.
yeah, for like a municipal course, this course is not easy.
Sometimes munis have diabolical greens though. That was a good putt.
It's a great putt.
Yeah, like so I play. It's not a the course I play at. I wouldn't call it a muni. It's like a. It's kind of like a corporate sanctuary. It's like public, but they do a lot of corporate events, and the
Mhm.
greens there are just like absolutely diabolical.
I think those courses too, they're just poorly made because sometimes those greens are just not even well designed.
Yeah. The worst is when you get the ones where it's like the greens are all like upside down dinner bowls or dinner plates, where they're just like super domed and there's like a 10-foot area in the middle that will hold a golf ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was been thinking about this hole, and I don't know what to do because, like, if you look at carry, it's
Hmm.
like it's kind of a long carry to get over the water if you
Yeah, and
don't hit it.
you kind of got to be dangerous a little bit with that water there if
Yeah,
you
it's
hit it
like
right at all.
280, and the wind's blowing to the right. So I'm like, what is it to this corner? And that's 215, right to the corner there. So if you can hit like a 230 club, which is what I'm gonna do, I was gonna hit a 7-wood, but like I feel like this isn't really gettable in two unless you're an absolute bomber. So I'm just
Yeah,
gonna try.
not too many people from this distance can hit it that far to get on two.
Yeah,
So
so
that's probably the smarter play.
I think that's the shot. Is like minimum 220 carry just at the corner.
Mhm. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna be more aggressive, but I don't know.
I
Maybe when
tried
I
being
play,
more aggressive, but with the water right, my tendency was to smother it, and then I'd end up in those trees, and then you end up with like a complicated layup.
I think I'm right enough. No. Yep. So that's what you don't want
That's the
to do.
thing. That's what scares me about it. It's like
Yeah.
I try to play if I'm gonna try to bomb a driver, I try to make sure there's a two-way miss that's acceptable.
It's definitely the smart play. I've been drawing my drivers. It's like,
Oh, you got to drop in an okay spot though, because you crossed the land on the other side there.
yeah, then you have, that's if you go enough right. If you don't go far enough right and you barely miss the green,
Yeah.
the fairway, you're back in the tee box.
And that's the thing with this course too that I noticed is there's some hazards where if you start it over the hazard, you better goddamn clear it. So 295, so this is like a 200. I'm gonna try to leave myself like 100 or 90. That is just
Good
going
ball.
right. Why is that going right? That's not a good ball at all. See, this is
Oh,
the problem
I
with
didn't
when you
see
go
that. Yeah.
safe. If you go too safe and then fuck it up, it's even worse. I didn't get through that one. I kind of sliced it.
This is deep rough too.
What's your deep
Well,
rough strategy? Do you just hit like a hybrid as hard as you can?
I don't have a hybrid or a 5-wood. I have like a three iron.
Oh, really?
But I just hit a 5-iron, try to
Yeah.
smash it. Yeah, I wish I had like a 7-wood or something like a lot of people have, but
Yeah, we're opposites. 'Cause I play like driver, 5-wood, 7-wood, 5 hybrid, and then a 4-iron. So I got all kinds of long clubs.
yeah, I need to get a higher lofted, like a hybrid or
Yeah.
a,
That was a 5-iron?
yeah.
Jeez.
So that's the thing too. It's like 133 to a 10-mile-per-hour wind, so that's a 142 shot probably.
Yeah, and you want to be right of it because everything's going to dribble down. The thing with the wind that's
I get,
so brutal is now it's a 5 mile an hour wind, right? Like it moves around so
oh yeah, I know. It gets in my head.
much. It's hard when you're not feeling it
Oh,
either.
I pulled it. Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
that's fine. All right, so I don't think the tree's actually in my way. No, I'm not blocked. Some 120 regular rough into the wind. Um, that's kind of a tough call. I think I'm gonna hit kind of to the middle of the green and maybe draw it a bit. Normally, if I try to hit it softer, it draws. So worst case, it's in the middle of the green. If it does draw, it's down by the hole. That's not drawing at all.
I mean, green regulation.
Yes, I'll be trying to make long putts today by the looks of it. It's kind of weird. I normally draw my irons, but for like the last couple of weeks, it's been not. But I still play it like it will. So I almost wonder if I just need to adjust the way I'm aiming a bit.
Yeah,
42
you kind
feet.
of have to play your tendencies.
Yeah, but it's like when you have tendencies that are so deep rooted and then they go away, it's really hard to trust aiming to the other side of the hole. You know what I mean? 42 feet downhill, 1'6", which is what, 18 inches? This is like
Yeah,
20, 24, 25? Jesus.
yeah, 25-footer. Oh, good pace.
It's staying, it did.
Good putt. All right. Well, you get a bogey here. Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Like you're in the water, it's pretty hard to get a par out of it.
Yeah, unless
So
you can get there in two. Like, there's a couple par fives here where you can dunk one and then get it up by the green, but it's not easy.
yeah, and I can't get it close from there.
That'd be too bad a putt, though. Where are you from, Sean?
Washington State,
Oh, cool. Whereabouts?
next to Portland, Oregon, so I'm like right across the border of.
Nice.
What about you?
I'm in Alberta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Canadians
There's a lot of people
on
from my little
GSPro.
bubble, even. Because, like,
Yeah.
I'm in Edmonton, but then, like, Jonesy is nearby, Stagomar is nearby, Captain Z is nearby. Good putt. There's another guy, JG, like JG something or other. He's, like,
Hmm.
in Spruce Grove, which is, like, almost a suburb of Edmonton. So this one, I think, is just free swing and driver.
Yeah, for sure.
Downwind, 440.
Is the wind going to play like this in the actual round? Do you
I
think?
hope so. I don't know, though.
'Cause I've seen the wind help you on that last hole.
The wind helping on the last hole instead of cutting across.
Yeah, I've seen it like
I don't.
adding,
I don't entirely understand the wind in this game. If I'm being honest, I'm not. Because people say, "Oh yeah, well I played it one way and then somebody else played it the other way," but then Soupy says like, "No, that's not how it works." So I don't really know.
see, I'm pushing everything. I was drawing everything, so I
Well,
gotta
the
fix
difference
that.
between a push and a draw is like a degree of face angle, right? He just tattooed that. He absolutely killed it. 305 carry. Oof.
Yeah, the wind helped me, and then I get that low spin, launch, high launch.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like 18 launch at 2200 is insane. So 143 downwind. I think it's gonna play like 135. So I'm just gonna hit like a regular P wedge and see what happens here. I'm aiming a little left because I haven't been hitting draws.
That looks good. Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing for a cut, I think. I actually don't mind hitting cuts. It's just it hasn't been typical, especially with irons in it. They land nice and soft.
Yeah, for sure. I think I missed it just by a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just a touch. I don't know if that was the wind or that was a little bit of a push, I guess. These are the shots from hell because you can't touch that rough, hey?
Yeah, I know it's a Velcro.
The only well, I wouldn't even call it a complaint. It's the only part of this game that like raises an eyebrow about being a little bit unbelievable. That's a great shot. The other one, I guess, is like uphill bunker shots. Have you noticed that those you have to hit them so damn hard?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, for
like if
sure.
you're in a bunker and it's like below the green surface by like any amount. If it's like 6 feet, I feel like you have to hit it like 5 yards, 10 yards further. There'll be times I'll hit it like to the hole, and it'll like land in the bunker. I'm just like, what the hell? So nine.
Yeah, that penalty is supposed to be dynamic with like the different uphill or downhill lofts that you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Good putt.
I pulled the hell out of it, but the assist helped. Do you know who you're paired with for round three?
Not yet. I think they're gonna
They're deliberating right there. Yeah, good one.
yeah they're gonna I think tonight they're gonna tell people.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Okay, 192. Is it downwind? No, it's into this time. So last time I played this hole, this was downwind. So 192 into the breeze to a middle pin. What is that going to play? That's going to play.
197, 188.
Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of the number. Like if you carry it, the number that it should be. Oh, now it's 10 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm gonna hit it straight at it because the wind's a little off the left, and if I do cut it, I'm gonna try to play the number here. Cut a bit more. That was the number. A little
Yeah, that
offline, but
was
that's not bad. A
huh.
little long even. I hit it low though, so like the wind doesn't hurt me as bad as. That's hilarious. I launched at 12 and you launched at 20. Good shot though.
There's on the shelf, isn't it? Oh no.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, would you putt this? No, it's semi-rough. You can't putt semi-rough, right?
I think you can.
It seems
I
to
know
me
you can.
though, this is pretty much straight and just like down the hill, right? So I should be able
It
to
looks
just hit like a little chip. It's downhill
it looks
foot,
pretty.
so I think I can hit it like a couple of yards and it should just roll down there.
Yeah, it's pretty straight. Oh, get in the hole. Oh,
It's okay.
nice shot. All right.
The par threes are
That's the
good
thing.
for.
It's like you hit a good shot and you're still most likely coming out with a par.
Yeah, the par threes are the toughest holes in the course. It's funny because that's an opinion that changes as you like advance through the game. Because like new people think par threes are the easiest holes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. My first birdie was on a par three. And then
Yeah, they tend to be. Because you get like a perfect lie on the tee, everything's good to go, right? And sometimes they're only like 140 yards. But I feel
yeah,
like the hardest holes in the course are the par threes because
yeah, you're playing the the closest hole too. So you're like your hole is like a 90 something yard
yeah,
par three.
exactly. So I think this is the only hole that I feel that the risk is really worth it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because it's downhill or it's downwind. It's only like a 260 carry over the water. So this is one where I'm gonna hit driver and I leaked it. I hope that's not too far. That might be in the water over. Oh no, that's okay. All right, well it's good to know.
You're fine there.
There's only 187 left out of rough, which is fine. Yeah, this is 100% a driver hole. If I can't reach the water on the other side, then it's an even easier choice.
Yeah, I'm blocking everything. I'll just
That's
have to
good though.
play it.
That's really good. Funny though, it didn't spin up on you much. Like a lot of people, if they hit a cut, it spins at like well over 3,000, and that one really didn't.
I have a low spin driver.
Oh yeah, which one is it?
The LTDX LS.
Oh yeah, I don't know. 187 out of the rough, but downwind. You think that's gonna play like 180?
Yeah. Then you got to calculate for the rough too.
I think with the rough, it's 180. The wind and the rough should cancel out, right?
I don't know. I could be. That's the part where I haven't quite figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Well, get 183. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just gonna roll more than.
Yeah.
So with that logic, I'm
You
gonna go with like a 160 something
Yeah,
club.
like a 165 maybe.
Yeah,
You got right wind
maybe
and
we'll
right line angles. That's a little rough.
draw 166
Nice hitting like a 9-iron into a par 5, eh?
or a push. Should be okay though. Nope.
Kick left? Yeah, that's fine. Might even dribble back on. No, not quite. All right, so this is like the same shot as I just had.
Fairway though. I'm gonna put it.
Oh, this is yours. Sorry, I thought this was mine. Yeah, no, this is definitely a putt.
It moves a little bit at the beginning.
I find that if you're not on the green, that the lie angle that you're sitting on has a lot of effect.
It does.
Like it'll squirt off sideways right as soon as you hit it.
I hit that too hard, didn't I?
Hit the
Get in the
hole.
hole.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez. 10 yards downhill. Oof. Am I gonna fly it over that? No, I'm not. It's gonna land on that little ridge. 10 yards downhill. This is a really touchy one. Oh, fuck you. I stalled it.
shoot.
Yeah, that's a long putt. I was trying to do like a little pokey one, and I shouldn't have. I should have just taken like a longer putting stroke. That's
And
the.
so those touchy ones, I use like a putting stroke.
I know
Just
I
kind
should
of.
have. I'm so yippy when it comes to like short game stuff. It's really frustrating. Uphill 7 inches, 27 uphill 7. So that's like 35. What?
Yeah.
Did I just pure it or what? I don't know. See, bogeys on par fives are not going to be helpful. So let's make sure we make this putt. That bead behind the hole should count a little bit because the hole is on that side, right?
I think we both made a bogey, and it was both on the par fives.
No, that wasn't a bogey.
Oh, that was. Oh, that
Yeah,
was
because
par.
I was there in two, right?
You said something about a bogey. So
Oh, I said no. You can't make bogeys on par fives.
oh, hell no, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for I did, but I don't think I'm gonna play that. I'm just gonna use an iron or something next time.
Yeah. This one kind of looks like driver too, unless you get it really left. That's a good shot. 167. Jeez.
I've been hitting it going high too. Usually my launch angle is like 15.
Yeah. Like
So my
17, 18 is like absolutely bombs away. That's like crazy high. All right. So if I'm gonna miss it two ways, I want to be to the left of those little trees, but to quite a ways to the right of the water. So I'm just gonna hit it. Yeah. A little
Yeah, I'd be
push.
safe.
That's fine though.
You're safe there though.
Yeah. It's just like making sure you don't put yourself anywhere that you just don't have a shot. 110 crosswind, 3.5 left. So it's left and left. So I gotta aim this like way the hell over. Maybe like over here. and maybe probably 110.
Yeah, 110.
Look at that thing go straight sideways. That's so crazy. I can't figure the lie angles. And that's not a bad shot, but I just like that thing went dead sideways. I should have 0.3 left. So I hit it straight, and it just went dead sideways. I guess the wind is helping that too. Oh, great shot. Beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that sawed off finish. It's like very Tommy Fleetwood.
I'm trying to work on my wedges. My wedges are like
When
my
you
worst part of
driver
the
the way
game, I
you
think.
do, you better work on your wedges, man.
Yeah.
19 foot 6 up 5, it's like 25. Oh shit, I smashed it again. That probably would have gone in if it didn't go 1.1 left. Didn't feel
Yeah,
like.
that's the thing too with this course is this front nine is unassuming. Like I don't think this front nine's that hard really.
No, I would agree.
There's some tricky greens, some things you can kind of get messed up with, but it's the back nine that things can go sideways.
Yeah, I feel like if you can just be steady, your opponent will not necessarily love it.
Yeah, that's the thing is if you just constantly make pars, they feel like they have to
Plus,
keep
and then
up
they
and
miss a green, and then they stress out about the chip, and then they get one of those slimy 7-footers that you can get around here.
there's
Get out of
some.
there. Did it get out of there? I think it's okay.
Oh, it's OB.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is that like a railroad track? Looks like it.
I don't know. It's just like white. This thing too. It's white everywhere, so
Yeah, right is definitely a lot safer on this hole.
that sucks.
344. I don't know if I even want to hit a driver here though, because like if I hit it 300, that's 44, which is like a really awkward in betweener. I'm gonna hit a 5-wood and just try to hit it like I'm just gonna hit a 5-wood straight down the middle. Try to leave myself like an 80, like you had, where you can put like a decent amount of speed on it, right? I find the 40s are hard to control.
Hmm.
A little bit of a cut, but I think it'd be fine. Or is it perfectly under a tree? Oh no, it's through. Oh, maybe it's
I
behind
think
that
it's
other one.
might have a
Yeah,
branch
we'll,
that you're
we'll,
contending with, but
we'll see. Been hitting those fluffy cuts. Should have just played for it. There you go. Oh, don't hit the path. Oh
oh
man.
my word.
Really? That's like a dose of real life right there, hey?
Oh my word.
With the cart. Oh, you're in bounds though.
Am I?
Yeah, aren't you?
It says another player's taking a shot,
Yeah,
but
so
I
it's
don't
my
know.
shot now. Yeah, because you're in bounds there. That's hilarious. You bounced over the OB. You're like on the other hole, I think.
I have no idea where I am. We'll see.
Yeah, you're not on the mini app, that's for sure. 92 up 7, crosswind. Is there a collider in this stupid little tree?
The little one in front of you, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, you can't really hard to tell.
So if I press 5, can I check? Oh, there is a big collider there. Yes. Okay, so that branch is going to kill me if I hit it. But it's like, I think I can hit under it. Yeah, I'm going to hit under it. I'm going to hit like a slicey, punchy one. I just aim over here. And That's okay. Oh, there's a bit of a backstop there, maybe. That's fine.
All right, where am I at? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm past the.
that's hilarious. So like it's OB between the two white things, I guess. Yeah, that's funny. So you're gonna miss it left, miss it like all the way left. You're almost pin high over there.
I think it's 55, 60.
It's deep rough. So yeah, 60. How much green do you have? Yeah. Yeah, that's a great shot. Oh my god. Stay in there. Nice shot.
Thanks.
Is that a par?
Bogey.
Bogey. Yeah, it was birdie for bogey, I guess, right?
It's pretty good bogey though.
That's a really good bogey. OB and then like beyond OB and then up and down from the heavy rough.
My driver hasn't been this wild in a little while. Hopefully,
Yeah. I find mine like ebbs and flows really bad. Some days I can't hit it anywhere, and then other days it's just like on a rope all day. It's weird.
it's been good for a while. I'm due for a crappy driver, so. But yeah, ebbs and flows.
Oh,
A good putt. Oh, that was a good putt.
that was a good bet. Not unhappy about
This is,
that.
this is another one too. It's like I drove the green and we made eagle in our scramble, but you
Yeah,
don't
you
want to do
have to
that
hit it.
here.
It's into the
You're
wind
super,
though. So we're into 5 miles an hour of wind.
yeah, it's play a safe shot down the
Yeah, so
middle.
like, how far is it to if you hit on the corner of that water? It's like 240. So I think the safe play for me anyway is like 210, right at the corner of
Yeah,
that bunker.
it's a good forehand.
Yeah, for me it's going to be a hybrid. Just make sure you get through it and don't cut it. That's fine.
Good ball.
That's the thing. Like this course is kind of sneaky because it's got a lot of trouble in my wheelhouse. That was good. Like if you're a guy who can hit, who's like a bomber, like these guys that are in like the 170s, 180s, they just hit it past everything.
Yeah, you gotta be accurate though.
You do, 100%. All right, so here's another sneaky one. So that pin's like right in the middle of a false front. 5 miles an hour of wind right into you. I think the play here is like air on the long side.
Yeah, and you kind of want to play on the fat part of the green too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit like a light pitch here. No, I pulled it. It's okay
You're
though.
fine there though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the only concern when you try to hit it soft is sometimes your hands get ahead.
you hit it short.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one is that's a sneaky pin position too, because you really want to go for that, but it's pretty risky to do it. Especially if it's breezy. If it was calm or like no wind.
Yeah, that's all. You gotta hit a good shot to birdie it.
I don't
So
think so.
I
30.
think just playing for a safe par is not a bad idea.
No. This is a freaking wild ride, man. I don't know what this is going to be. It looks like it actually just flattens out at the hole, but I don't think I'm coming in from the right angle to capitalize on it. 30 feet, downhill 14, so 20, another 25. Between 25 is a common number today. Oh, sit. Wow, that thing took off.
Well,
Sit. Is that going to roll off the green? 7 miles an hour for 25 feet. That doesn't seem excessive, does it?
what's the? I don't even have that stimp chart
11.
memorized. So
Yeah. This looks like it's pretty much just straight up the hill, though. 12 foot up, 6. Jeez. Oh, fuck you. Why did that go so far? That is a really bad bogey. If it is a bogey, it might be a 4 putt.
that was a bad bogey.
I feel like these greens are going to catch people out. They're kind of slimy.
I could putt.
That's all too real. That's like my outdoor game where you like hit a ton of greens but make a ton of bogeys anyway. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, I
one
feel like on
six.
my Arcos, it's like I'm a scratch golfer when it comes to approach shots, but when it
Yeah,
comes to putting, it's like I'm a 15 handicap.
I'm the same. I'm like a 3 handicap and I average like 33 putts around. It's really bad. That might be long.
I think it's pretty
Set.
good though.
Set.
Good. That's it.
Yeah, it's just a little long. Kind of a little bit between clubs.
It's a good thing about you going first, or when you are behind, you kind of see.
It is nice to go second on par threes. I feel like in a match, you should, if you have the honor, you should get to choose what position you hit from.
I didn't hit it hard enough. Dang it.
Because hitting second for sure has disadvantages, especially in match play.
100%. Yeah.
But if you're ahead, you always hit first, don't you?
Yeah. If you win the hole,
Yeah.
not if you're ahead. If you
Yeah,
win the
so
hole,
that can change everything. Because like if you're first off the tee and you hit it in the shit, the guy who's hitting second has a big advantage.
oh yeah, for sure. But at the same time, like I guess you could be
Maybe the
losing and
advantage
still go
should
up.
go to the losing party then to make the match fair. I don't know.
Oh dang.
These are gonna be. You can putt yours at least. I don't know what to do with this damn thing. 8 yards. Oh, it's uphill. It's not. It's not actually as slippery as it looks. Just don't skull it like last time.
Oh look at this.
There you go.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, just don't need to. Just don't putt. Right. When you're bad at putting, the secret is to just not putt.
Must be nice.
I don't chip in very much. I almost never chip in real life.
Yeah, that thing jumped off way more than I thought.
390. Okay, this is another one that's like wide open. This is definitely a driver. I think the line is just over those little trees. I'm gonna play a little left just because everything's leaking on me. This is one where Carnival and Brett they both hit it like dead left, like into the other fairway left.
I mean, that's a, kind of a smart play, really.
Not a bad place to be.
Uh,
Try to hit like a straight one here. See what happens. It's straighter. Should be fine.
that would be good.
Yeah.
Shot. That's
Something.
another one where the the pin's in that stupid position.
Yeah, it's way at the back left. These Sunday pins are tough. Like, that'd be fine too.
Yeah, it'd be okay. Kind of like the angle.
See, I bet. All right, I was just in the semi. Well, angle's not too bad over there too. I thought it might be really bad, but
I'm trying to be aggressive again. I just hit the hit the green.
yeah, that's the thing, right? You have to take advantage of your opportunities to be aggressive. If the wind doesn't screw that, it's gonna be really good. Yeah, great shot. God, he is so high. That's great.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's because I hit the ball pretty high. The wind screws me more than
Yeah,
most people.
for sure.
I'm a much better golfer in calm conditions.
See, I I hit it super low, and I don't spin it a lot. So I like wind is I play almost better in the wind because it takes the stress off your aim, because the elements are kind of you kind of just get what you get, right?
Yeah, I've played a few those blitz scrambles where it was like
It is.
crazy crazy breezy,
Yeah,
and I see guys hit it like 115 and like they miss the um, it's like the wind's helping they hit it 115 and they miss the or they shoot way past the pin.
hmm
So I'm like, all right, well I'll shoot it uh one 110 or whatever,
yeah,
and then mine goes way past the pin. It's like
yeah, because it's just got so
it's,
much airtime, right?
yeah, you can't even. It's hard to really judge off what other people hit.
It is. It's really hard. If you hit it, I have a buddy I play with almost all the time, and our games are exact opposites. Like he hits it a million miles in the air, and I hit these low ones. And on windy days, downwind, he'll outdrive me by like 50 yards, but then into the wind, I'll outdrive him by like 50 yards. It's really funny. 18 feet down three.
You learn how to hit those stingers.
Yeah, I like the stinger driver. Ah,
Ooh.
that was a pretty good putt, just a little hard.
Oh, hey, I got a straight putt.
No, no shit. Wow, look at this. That's a good conversion.
It's one of the straightest putts on the course.
Probably. I haven't seen very many. Yeah, good one. That's a good bird.
Hey,
Oh, this hole. I think this is. I don't think I can. No, I can't come anywhere near reaching. This is all about setting up the second shot. But it's 10 miles
this
an hour
hole
in,
is
dude.
this hole's pretty much fine if you just play that fat part at like 300 yards.
Yeah, it seems to
You,
be.
you can't really
No, you just
screw it
want to
up.
have a good look at the second shot because getting there is helpful. That's a good one. So, like, do you get a lot of rounds in outdoors during the year?
Not like right now. No, it's too wet.
Well,
But
no, I just mean like in your regular like summer season.
yeah, my summer season, I usually go about twice a week.
Oh, nice. That's sweet.
What about you? You play a lot of outside golf or more
Oh,
inside?
a ton. I play. So our season up here is only like April to October. So for rounding's sake, I call it 6 months because it basically works out to pretty much exactly 6 months. Um, and I play like 90.
What?
I'll play like 90 rounds in 6 months. So I play like every second day.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because I'm self-employed, right? And a lot of my work is on the phone. So I just wear a Bluetooth
Oh,
headset and just go play golf and answer the phone as I
oh,
go.
nice.
Yeah, it works out.
What do you do for work?
Automation.
Okay.
So I sell like we basically sell automation hardware and we program it, and then if anyone's having trouble with it, they call me and I walk them through how to fix it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's gonna be right.
I dabbled in automation in college.
Oh, did you? Holy shit, sit. No.
Sit.
No. What?
Ouch.
Wasn't that Into the Wind?
It was.
Wasn't it 210 Into the Wind? Why did that go 223? That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely rocked it. But it was more left to right, I think, than into the wind.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I guess I just kind of have to drop it here. That's weird. I'm surprised by that. Maybe I should have hit an iron.
This is a shot where it's like I want to go for the pin. I'm just gonna go for the middle of the green.
I mean, you can aim at the pin, and if you draw at the wind, it hold it. And if it cuts a little bit, then it's fine. So, what did you do
Yeah.
in college?
I'm an electrical engineer. So
No
my
shit.
main focus was semiconductors, but then I did my senior project was in automation,
No way.
um, programming PLCs, and
Nice.
but now I'm in power industry, so
Oh, cool.
all that low voltage stuff is kind of gone from my head now.
Yeah. So I'm not an engineer. I'm an electrician.
Okay, right on.
It was basically one of those things where I just kept
That'd be
changing jobs. That's really good. I just kept changing jobs, and I'd get into like more and more um, complex jobs. And then I got like my current business partner kind of like sniped me away from the major company that I was at, and now we just do whatever we want, which is kind of awesome.
that is awesome. I wish I was self-employed. That'd be pretty cool. I
Yeah,
got a pretty good job though. It's pretty cush.
yeah. So you're doing like substations?
Yeah, so I do protection.
Nice. Okay, that's cool.
So I work on protective relays. I do fault studies on transmission lines and transformers and
Yeah.
set relays.
Oh, fuck. See, that's the thing. I feel like that would have bounced too.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about gspro is their physics from the rough. It needs to
Yeah.
be.
See, this is the thing. What was I talking about? Bogeying par fives, right? Like, never. Don't do it.
It's hard when you go into hazards though.
I just double hit that, but I don't think it'll see the second one.
This is the easy part. Well, not the easy one. The second part five is the easy one.
Yeah, that's right.
But
That's,
like the last part five is the hard one, I think.
yeah. Are they doing any of that like super high voltage DC stuff in Washington?
So we have a substation. It's called Celilo. It's a 1,000,000 volt DC line,
Yeah.
and I don't do much of it though. We have a district that covers only DC. So
Yeah.
we have districts that cover all of the Northwest Territories,
Really? Okay.
Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana,
Nice.
and but the one that covers Celilo, that's all they cover. They don't cover anything else.
Because if they want
So
to do wind and solar, they're gonna have to do like long range transmission because the wind and solar areas aren't where the high demand is, right?
so a lot of us have like conversion. So we do a lot of wind and solar, but they get converted to AC when they get to us.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking like, wouldn't you want like, wouldn't the solar belt in the states be like right up the middle of it?
We have a lot of solar in Central Oregon.
Dude,
That's probably the most solar we have, and then
is that
we have a
on
lot of
the
wind.
leeward slope of the Rockies? Is that still Oregon? Or are you
The
still
Rockies.
like you're on the west side of
It's
the Rockies there, right?
it's the west side of the Rockies, yeah.
And you,
Um,
because like
so
Alberta, where
Central.
I'm at, is just on the other side of the Rockies, and we get like more sunshine than anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're like the solar mecca. Like Calgary, which is just south of me, they have, I think they get more days of sunshine every year, more hours of sunshine every year than almost anywhere else.
Jeez, is this really cold there? Or?
Yeah, it's cold as hell, but that's actually decent for solar because the panel efficiency goes up when they get cold.
Oh, yeah. Uh, Photovoltaic cells, they don't really care that much about
No, they
temperature
don't
because
care about being cold at all. And then you get way fewer I squared R losses when they're cold.
I try to play cut. I don't know. It's probably not as much though as
It looks like it got big bounce. And that's not bad.
ah.
So what was that? That was 133. So it's like 130. That was pretty close to perfect. Is it like 136, you think?
Yeah, I think it was probably 3 yards short, 4
Yeah.
yards short.
Yeah, I'll try to hit a wedge then. Oh, it's cutting again. See, I need to start playing for that because I'm just lying to myself at this point. This is putting.
Yeah, you're on the green, but it's a hard putt for sure.
So if what you're doing, are you with a utility or are you with a contractor?
No, I'm a federal employee. I work for Department of Energy.
Oh, nice. That's sweet though.
So there's four borough or power authorities in United States.
Hmm.
There's the Bonneville Power Administration, which is where I work, and then there's the Western Power Administration. There's the Eastern Power Administration. I think there's Central,
Hmm.
and so there's four of them. And so BPA is where I work, and we cover like the Northwest grid, and then we do have power into Canada, but we don't go up to Calgary or any of that.
No,
We go
no.
up to like BC,
Yeah, yeah.
Vancouver, and
Southern BC, yeah. Stay in there. Good enough. So do you guys have
with the
like a,
deal.
do you have a pretty intense SCADA system attached to that then?
Oh yeah, for sure. Most of the main grid is all SCADA,
Are
and then
you involved at all with any of that?
I used to be. Yeah, I know a lot about SCADA.
Oh, sick, because I have a second company that does SCADA stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's actually pretty awesome because we're using like edge computers instead of conventional polling systems.
Oh, so you don't do a master slave convention?
So yes, but I do it at the edge.
Okay.
So I put like little Linux boxes within the wired network, and they do all of the data collection. So they run the master slave side of things. So like all of the polling. So I do all of the application for Modbus and RockTalk and like all of the other essentially communication protocols that the slave devices
Do you
use,
guys do you
and
guys
then
use a lot of Modbus?
all the time.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
So
then when,
we're DNP3, but we kind of are starting to converge to um DNP3 from master to slave, but 6150 for intra substation communication.
gotcha. So yeah, so I do all of the applications. So I create all of the data, and then the little computer that we have mounted at the edge of network, what it does is it compiles all of the data and then publishes it, and it actually sends it back to our host with MQTT protocol.
Oh, nice.
So I can get just outrageous data resolution because it reports by exception. So I can have like 3 or 4 thousand registers sitting at the edge, but my bandwidth consumption is essentially none because it only publishes the changes.
Oh well. What's the
Yeah.
polling rate?
It varies. So I did a stress test, and on one of my devices, like that I use in my other company for oil and gas, I had 20 millisecond polling and 100 millisecond publishing, and it ran seamless.
That's pretty fast.
It's super
That's a
fast.
lot
Essentially
fast.
real time. Like most things won't even move that fast anyway.
Yeah, it's way
But
faster than what we're doing.
so what I do on my most of my devices is I do 10-second polling and 30-second publishing. So every publishes 3 values.
30-second publishing. That's
It's really high resolution.
what what application though uses 30-second publishing?
So I do what we do is rod pump, like reciprocating rod pump, like pump jacks.
Okay.
So they are running like 6 strokes a minute. So basically every 10 seconds it completes a cycle. So I pull them every 10 seconds. I basically get data from every single stroke it does. And the nice thing about it is it uses store and forward. So if for whatever reason you use the connection to the host, what it does is it takes all of the data it has and puts it to disk. And then as soon as the connection is restored, it publishes all of that data timestamped. So it backfills all of your trends.
This is all through Linux.
Yep. So I literally have like, um,
Oh, so
it's for all intents and purposes, it's a fancy Raspberry Pi. So it's just like an ARM processor with a few gigs of RAM. It has onboard I/O, and then it just runs Debian 10. And then the company who makes the polling system is called AutoStall. I don't know if you know of them.
I'm not familiar now.
So AutoStall is based out of Houston. They're more of an oil and gas company. And what they do is they have this software called Edge ACM. So ACM is like their primary SCADA system, which is like a conventional polling server. And they made this thing called Edge ACM, which is super, super lightweight. It has quite a few protocols. It doesn't have everything covered, but because most of what I'm doing is Modbus, it doesn't really matter. Um, and then all you do is you configure all your devices and your tag groups, and it does all the data aggregation, storing, and forwarding. And then what we used for, oh, go in.
My word, that's almost said twice.
Right? And then what we use, what I use on the other end is I just run it all in an ignition server.
That sounds pretty interesting.
It's actually awesome. And right now, so we have like a major problem in that company. Like we're fledgling, we're new, and like there's three of us, and two of the guys are absolutely doing nothing because one guy's so busy and the other guy doesn't really care. So I'm actually trying to buy it out from my other company so I can just own it outright and then just go completely apeshit with it. Because like what's crazy about it is
What is what would that cost? What would that cost
well, it's cheap.
roughly?
It's super cheap.
It sounds pretty.
So my Edge computer's like $300, and then the Autosol license is it's on a per device basis, but it's like a couple $100. It's not very much. And then I do all of the configuration, and because it's super low bandwidth, like that part doesn't really matter. Um, so like I'm trying to think how many devices I have connected. So imagine I have a plant that has a Allen Bradley PLC, two burners, two wells, two flow bosses like gas flow meters. It's probably got 11 devices in it, pulling at like 10-second intervals. And then I have
Mhm.
three other sites of about equivalent size pulling through the same gateway. And that uses about 60 megabytes a day of 10-second resolution.
And do you have like what's your register? Like how many days of storage do you have?
Oh, like months?
Well, yeah, like what's how long can you store your data before you start overwriting it?
Well, you can assign how much disk space you want to give it. I only give it 512 megs because it's this pretty small flash in those.
Mhm.
But there's an SD expansion slot in those Edge devices, so I could run it as big as I wanted. But yeah, like if you do a gigabyte, you'll get easily a month. Easily a month. And if you lose your cellular network for a month, you'd hope you'd notice.
Oh yeah, for sure. So a lot of your customers, your communications between stations is through cellular.
Almost all of it. So what you'll normally do is you'll use like a TCP or like a Ubiquity point-to-point to link all of your nodes together, but then you still need a backhaul, and the backhaul for the most part is going to be cellular. So you just build like a point multi-point network, and then a single gateway.
I got this course, man. You hit it this close, and you have this stupid putt.
Right? It's kind of a tricky chord.
Yeah, it's just
Just
like
hit it too hard.
I mean, yeah, I did it hard, but it's like stupid. And you get this for a par putt?
Yeah, right. This is just left edge and firm. Maybe a pin outside left edge. Yeah, no, the MQTT part is really interesting because it's super super light. So it uses almost no uses very little data. And the way that it works is that when you have like a node birth message, So when your node first comes online, in the first MQTT message from your slave device to your host through your MQTT broker, what it does is it registers all of the devices and assigns them an integer alias. So if your device name is like, whatever you want to call it, like Sean's Flow Boss, it'll say Sean's Flow Boss alias is 1. And then in every message that it sends after that, it never publishes that string ever again. So it just peels out redundant data. And at the end, what you get at the end of the day is you get these like super, super, super small packets that actually have a lot of data in them.
Huh.
So even if you have like marginal cell coverage, like you have just like a sniff of 3G, you can still get pretty good high res data out of it, which is cool.
Is there still 3G in Canada?
Oh yeah, everywhere, man.
3G is pretty much dead in the United States.
It's absolutely gone, hey? So do you know what's really
Yeah,
funny is without 3G, I'd be completely screwed. We're just so spread out that I can't depend on LTE band whatsoever.
oh, the 3G is it's a lot more. It reaches
It
more
goes way,
rural areas.
yeah, it goes way further. So like I have a lot of like remote assets, and on those ones, if I didn't have 3G, I would have nothing. So I actually have to like in my modems when I configure my modems, I actually have to disable the LTE band completely so they don't even try to use it. Because if they even get a whiff of it, then they'll try to communicate on that band, and then they have no throughput. So I actually force them off it, which is
We've seen
hilarious.
that. We only use cellular in our metering applications,
Hmm.
and yeah, we're having some issues right now with getting off 3G and establishing communication with 4G.
Yeah, because it peters out too fast. It's awesome near the
Yeah,
tower, but as soon as you drive too far away from it, it just disappears.
jeez.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to buy out this company and bring it under the other side because then I can just do whatever I want.
It sounds kind of like almost a passion project too. So
It is. It's totally a passion project. I'm into it for like a million hours, and I've never made like a dime off it yet. So because we're all
that's the kind of project
development.
I want to be working on.
Well, the thing is, we're all development right now. But like the reason that I want to buy it with my other company is that we basically have like a test bed client who basically said like you guys can just go ham in our field, connect to all our devices, do whatever you want, just don't fuck it up. So we did that, and I did enough development that everything's functional. So now they're paying us for it, right? But they're not paying us a lot for it. But it's enough to keep the company alive. So with what I've developed and all the applications that I've
Sure,
built,
look at this guy.
another one. With all the applications I've built now, I've almost built them far enough that I can displace the licensed software from my other company. So like right now, my other company, the oil and gas company, we pay like 120,000 a year in licensing for software that comes out of another company, right? Um, so if I can displace that one with the one I built myself, then I free up essentially all of that, which is the plan. And then I can obviously continue developing, and it also gives us a lot more freedom in terms of other devices and stuff too. So
Is this a 2023 plan or what's your timeline?
um well, so one of our shareholders is in freaking Cuba right now, but as soon as he gets back, we're meeting, and I'm going to tell him that because he hasn't done anything in there for like a year. Like there isn't even like a little, what would you call it? Like a little trail of crumbs. He hasn't left anything in that system for years that smells of anything he's done. Like it's all been me. So I'm just like, okay, you gotta go because you don't care. You're obviously not doing it, so you can go, right? But before, I didn't think that my business partner on the other company would be interested. But now he's seen what I built. He's like, okay, I can fucking sell the shit out of that. So. Oh no! Oh, I thought I sliced that.
You
Go
might be
through it.
okay if you're on the other fairway.
No, it went. No, it's okay. It felt like a big slice.
Oh yeah, you're fine. That tree knocked you back.
Yeah. So the nice
Could've been
thing is we
worse.
have like there's enough capital sitting in the other company right now that I can afford to buy it out.
Hmm.
And my partner seems kind of on board with that plan, so I really want to do that. So I keep hitting it too far, so I'm gonna hit this one a little shorter and see what happens.
Good shot.
Yeah, that should be good.
It's a really good shot.
Sit. Okay, it's a putt. But yeah, no, I'm really hoping to like in the next few months, um, get that bought out. The only thing is that I'm gonna have to do like a hybrid edge computing and conventional polling system because most of the stuff at my current customers that are using the other software, like I'm not gonna be able to sell them 200 edge computers, right? So I'll set those ones up on conventional polling, which means I have to do the application work for all of for the devices, not in AutoSol, but in the software that like the host software, which is Ignition. It's not too big a deal. It's just tag groups. I mean, you know more about us. It's just a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah, and so that's like pretty tedious.
Well, what's really tedious about it is the what I'm asking for is they're called dyno cards. It's essentially like a dyno on the well. It measures load and position, and each dyno card is like 400 points. So it's kind of a lot of bullshit. But most of it because you run into like the maximum request size in Modbus. So you have to split it up into different messages.
Yeah, I haven't worked. I mean, we still have some applications like RTD stuff that uses Modbus, but
Hmm?
mostly I don't even know what a packet size limitation is for Modbus.
It's just a register count. Like you can't in a single request message request more than like I think it's like 200 registers.
Okay.
I want to say it's 200. Yeah, it's just a limitation on the protocol.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas like obviously the newer protocols they don't care about that. You just ask for all of it and it gives it to you, right?
A nice eagle.
Yeah, both of us.
Jeez.
So this one I feel like you can just hit it right at the bunker. It's only like a 270 carry to cover it.
Yeah, it's not as long as you don't block it too hard, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna aim it more like at the bunker.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too. Actually, it's not a bad idea, especially with the wind helping you.
Yeah.
You just don't want to hit a huge slice.
I just feel like you know what I've done this before, so I'm gonna let you do that, and then I'm gonna play the safe way and see if it's worse or better.
Let me guinea pig it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I cowered it out anyway.
That just stays in the regular rough would be fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that 233 little blip in the middle of the fairway looks pretty nice, I think. And that should just be like I'll probably just hit a hybrid. Yeah, no, the MQTT stuff is really cool and it's kind of new. I guess it's the protocol that Facebook Messenger uses. Just because it's super high compression and lightweight.
What do you guys do for, what do you do for security?
What do you mean?
Do you have to do any sort of like serial tunneling or any encryption and stuff like
You
that?
can.
Like,
You can. So like you can VPN the entire network if you're so inclined. So the thing is that your edge device lives in the network, right? So it has free access to everything attached to it because it's wired into all of them, right? So the only thing you really have to worry about is your communications out. So some companies will use private APNs through um, the ISP, and then what you do is they just give you like an IPsec tunnel from your host into their network, and then a lot of the stuff I do, honestly, I just put like a static IP public SIM card in it, and then I just firewall the shit out of it. Because like my host lives on a static IP, like a public static IP. So all I do is I just block all traffic, period, except for from mine. But as far as MQTT goes, you don't actually need to do any of that because MQTT opens on port 1883 and is bidirectional through a firewall anyway. So it doesn't actually matter where it is. It's kind of weird. So like I have just like a regular internet connection at my house, and I have a test bench that I just patched into my network. And I can talk both ways to all of my devices in my like via MQTT. So I can't actually talk to my Linux box, but I can talk to all of my slave units from anywhere because it's on port 1883. It's
Is that
kind
a
of
dedicated? Is that a
yeah,
dedicated port, or is that
yeah.
just an arbitrary port you chose?
No, that's like a dedicated like two-way traffic port, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. We're on 17. Okay. Oh, we can do what you want. Go in.
Nice spot. That's a
Go
great
ahead,
spot.
just showed up.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
no, I
go.
don't. I don't know the exact like configuration behind that port. All I know is that you can literally plug anything into any network, and it will spit it out as long as it has web access. Right. So obviously, if you're on like a local area network without a gateway, it's not going to do anything. But like if it has web access, it will go out, and your actual writes can go back in again. So I can write to any device I want without any sort of firewall configuration whatsoever. It's weird.
That sounds like it's very configurable.
It's incredible. Like it's honestly incredible how fast it is and how lightweight it is. Because like the data consumption is insane. And it's just super fast. So like we had one, there's depending which
Oh,
edge
don't get me on
device you
that tree.
use, depending which edge device you use, there's like different publishing rates. So I have a lot of control over my publishing rates because I'm using Autosol. But there's like Redlion. Have you ever heard of them?
Red line?
Redlion, Redlion.
Oh no. Huh.
So Redlion makes like all kinds of protocol converters, and they do MQTT, Spark B as well. Um, but their publish rate is essentially fixed at like 1 second. I don't know why, but it's just hard coded there. And we did a demo at a plant where they
Cool.
had like a Rosemount transmitter, and we did built a display. So obviously this transmitter is gathered by a PLC, and then the PLC is pulled by the Redlion, and then the Redlion compiles and publishes to our host. And they were standing in the building with an iPad on the Wi-Fi on our system, and our system was updating faster than the transmitter when they were pumping it up because the actual
Wow.
like latency and updates on the LCD on the transmitter was higher than the latency of our entire network. It's pretty crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, like if I send a stop message to pump jack, like when I'm sitting beside it, it stops as fast as you could press the button. Like it's essentially instant. It's pretty cool.
Well, also too with the software or with Linux and what you're running on, you don't have a lot of
No, it's so light.
applications running in the background. It's very efficient.
It's super light. Yeah, it's super light. It works really good. I don't think I hit that hard enough. No.
I think we both can play better than this, but I think -2 and -4
It's
is
not
pretty.
bad. It's not
It's
bad.
pretty. It's a good B score.
I think I need to fix the bogeys. We both need to fix the bogeys. I mean,
Yeah,
you're behind.
there's definitely some cleanup that we both need to do, but like I don't think either one of these rounds should win or
It should
not
be
or
okay.
go.
It should
Yeah,
be okay. If we get rid of the dummy mistakes, like hitting it into the shit, and yeah, that was hard greens. If those are soft greens, I would have stuck there for sure.
I'm surprised that went that far because it was like 20 up, so I figured I'd just
Yeah. We've also been
sit essentially.
nerding out for the last half hour. So oh, I thought that would snap at the end.
I gotta
Yeah,
make this.
I think what you're gonna see in SCADA generally in the next like few years is everybody moving over to MQTT based systems.
Yeah, something's got to give. A lot of the communications that we use now is, it's protocols are 20, 30 years old.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any old Enron systems?
Enron, no.
Do you have any Baker 8500 ones?
Our oldest system is a Systems Northwest. Oh,
Because there were all kinds of like custom like shitty protocols in there too, right?
yeah, like BTAC.
Yeah.